Hello, beloved one. Haumutsime here, your freedom illuminator. Today I came here kicking and screaming. I wanted to do this video since yesterday, but I couldn't. And today I just said, okay, I'm just gonna show up and do this. And I'm talking about emotions, which is one of my favorite topic. And it's one of the things that I know there are certain emotions that we like. We want to feel happy, we want to feel joyful. But in truth, as much as we assume that's a way of being, it's not it's not something that is ideal. We cannot be in that state forever. And I've realized that as much as there is this whole positivity which comes from the law of attraction thing, like we're afraid of attracting something that we don't want, we just want to hold into the emotions that we want to feel so that more of that can come. But in truth is that some emotions are not just showing up just for the fact of showing up. They're showing up for us to really acknowledge some things that we are not able to feel at some point in time. Whether you were a child, you didn't get the chance to express yourself the way you wanted to express yourself. And as I said, at times we have this illusion of strength where we want to show up as strong people. And because of this patriarchy that affects both men and women, whether we want to accept it, we can turn our eyes and say men are to blame, or we can say we have an issue here and we both have to deal with it. Because as much as men since their boys are not allowed to feel their emotions, there is this illusion of being manly, thinking that manly is not feeling the emotions. There is something that as girls as well, we want to be strong, we want to be perceived as strong, and we think that strength is really not feeling our emotions. And then we grow up, there is this whole thing again, the law of attraction, be positive, don't be negative. So we want to push away certain emotions, and we lose the chance of really getting to know who we are. Like right now, when I talk about a lot of things are going through in the whole globe, and some of the things, it's not even yours, but they affect you one or the other because we are one. When you hear that something is happening, it doesn't matter which part of the world that is happening, it's still your issue. But do you really get to know what is yours or what is not yours? Are you equipped enough to really go through this period that we're going through? Because it's September, the year is fast ending. Yeah. And if you have not developed those tools that you can really use, especially during this time, for you to be able to navigate through life, for you especially that most of the time we have been, this year we have been forced in a way to be at home, to be with our family, to be with our children, to be with our partners. And one thing that is coming through really is at times this whole illusion even of power, where we have given away our power as well as women. When I talk about women, and now when you realize, oh, I can really choose to have my power, we don't even know what to do with it. It's like, okay, fine, what do I do? Oh, I've had enough. And you're coming from that space of anger and lots of emotions, and then you want to hold into positivity at the same time, which is kind of really confusion, chaos, and you find yourself that you are thrown all over. You don't even know. You wear a costume. Like I said, I feel it's a costume of positivity, where you showing up as this positive person. You have to be tense because you don't want to make a mistake and show up really how you're feeling. Which is yesterday, like I said, there was a time when I was really repressing my emotion. The only emotion that was always catching me off guard was anger. When I've had enough, when I was fed up, I'll just burst, and then from there I'm disappointed. I go into guilt. How the hell did that happen? You know? And I had to be careful, especially I was comfortable at home somehow for them to see me as that angry person because that's a part that they have known. But in other places, I didn't want to. So I accepted a lot of shit, even at work. Even at times I'd hear, oh, Howard is not harmful. It doesn't matter what you do to her. She'll never, okay, I never hold grudges. That's true. But there is a lot of things that I realized I should have said no. I mean, I knew inside I would be boiling, but I'll just wear that costume of a smile when they say she's just a nice person, because I wanted someone to say so badly that I'm a nice person. But it was not helping me. It ended up with a lot of headaches, a lot of frustration, which lead a lot of us to either indulge in alcohol, some do drugs, at times it's food, at times it's sex. And it doesn't really help, because you don't even know what is happening. You just go find solace in food or in sex or in drugs or in alcohol, and you think that's what you want, and eventually it becomes a habit. You don't even realize that when you started doing that, there is an emotion that you were avoiding to feel. And as much as positivity is attractive, I think it's more helpful when you choose to be with what is. Like I said, I was given an opportunity where I was taken through this stage where I was feeling a lot of emotions coming through. I would laugh, and then I'll scream, and I'll be angry. It was just happening all in a split of a second. And I was like, wow, that's beautiful. And yesterday I found myself, I'm reminded but yesterday I found myself in that deep gratitude, really grace of life, and just appreciation of being in this body, really walking this body, breathing the air. Despite what is happening, it's like, wow, I am here, I'm experiencing this, I can breathe, I can be with my children, I can feel these emotions that I'm feeling. And there was that love. And I remember I picked up my daughter and I just hugged her. That's the love that I was just feeling, that was emanating from me, not from something else happening. And at the same time, there was this deep, deep sadness. And I sat in all of that. I marinated in all of that. It was beautiful to realize that it's okay for all those emotions to be there, because I'm not judging them. They can come and then go. And I'm looking at that beauty of harmony of all those emotions that shows up. Yet before, it used to scare the shit out of me. And even if it was those emotions that were happening, before I would focus on the one that I don't like and want to find something to say, this is how I want to feel. I don't want sadness. Yet there is gratitude, like grace, there is love, and I wouldn't even feel it. And I just want you, as we talk, for you to just breathe in and feel in your body. How are you really feeling? And can you allow those emotions to be there? Because when you talk about positivity, I love being positive. And being positive, to me, it feels like really realizing that there is different existence, or there is existence of different emotions, and it's okay for them to be there. You can be more on the love side and enjoy the love, make love with that love that is showing up, but still don't make wrong of the existence of the other emotions. And it's beautiful when you're in that state, because you are allowing and giving the other emotions to be there, whatever that is underneath. It's for you to acknowledge its presence, and at the same time invite it to the beauty of love or gratitude or laughter, whatever that exists. And eventually it realizes, oh, it seems like it's more fun there. And it joins you in that grace or love that exists. And this is what I wanted to show up to say. As much as you love to be positive, that caution is tiring, because you have to be tense, and so that people don't, you are not caught in that in other state. And it's tiring. It's better when you choose to allow and be, because we are here as humans walking this earth where a lot, like in this time of awakening, a lot is happening. Whether you accept it or not, a lot is happening. And what will get you stuck in where you don't want to be is the judgment of what is happening. Or you can either look at it all and celebrate whatever you choose. If you choose freedom, you celebrate the freedom that is imagined through whatever that you might look at and think, this is a mess. It's a freedom knocking. Are you ready to clear up the space so that I can fully reside here with you and show you what I'm all about? How does that feel like for you? It's sexy. Are you willing to embrace that? Much love, beloved ones. That's what I wanted to share with you.